with me, Henry Green for TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. Sarawak is set to become the first state in the country to host the biggest pickleball tournament. Technology application enables Sarawak to be fully dependent on its rice supply. And our top story, the US opposes Palestine's application as a full member state of UN. The United States, Israel's key ally, opposes Palestine's application to be recognized as a full member state of the United Nations, emphasizing that it is not the direction that Palestine should take. U.S. State Department spokesman Matthew Miller said the U.S. wholeheartedly supports the establishment of an independent Palestinian state, but not through the United Nations. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has been actively involved in laying the groundwork for a Palestinian state by working to establish security guarantees for Israel. He stated, implying without outright stating that the United States would veto the bid if it came before the Security Council. To become a UN member state, any request must initially undergo a vote in the Security Council, where the United States, along with 4 other countries, holds veto power. Subsequently, the request must be endorsed by a 2/3 majority in the General Assembly. However, according to long-standing U.S. legislation, the country is obligated to terminate funding to UN agencies that grant full membership to a Palestinian state. Palestinian Ambassador Riyad Mansour said he and the Palestinian delegation are pushing for a vote on April 18 at the Security Council, despite the challenges on its way. He said, quote, "We are seeking admission. That is our natural and legal right, and everyone is saying two-state solution. Then what is the logic of denying us to become a member state?" Sarawak is believed to be able to achieve a 100% self-sufficiency rate in rice production through the use of the latest rice cultivation technologies, as is being done in other Asian countries like Japan, Taiwan and China. Senior Assistant Director of the Sarawak Agriculture Department, Jafaruddin Ali, said, through innovative approaches and suitable technology, rice production can be increased even in limited land areas.
Kita boleh melihat di mana di beberapa negara mempunyai tempat yang terhad untuk penanaman padi. Contohnya Jepun, contohnya Taiwan dan sebagainya. Mereka menanam padi di belakang rumah, berdekatan dengan rumah. Kita boleh melihat saja bukan saja di 2 negara tersebut, kita boleh melihat China dan sebagainya, mereka menanam padi di kawasan yang berdekatan dengan rumah. Oleh yang demikian, bagi kita Jabatan Pertanian Sarawak, asalkan tempat berkenan sesuai dengan teknologi yang sesuai, ianya boleh ditanam dan diusahakan di kawasan-kawasan yang mempunyai ruang tanah yang terhad.
Furthermore, collaboration with entities such as Santax is expected to enable a more comprehensive implementation of rice cultivation, including plant mechanization systems.
Dan apabila kita melihat potensi yang besar, kita akan bekerjasama bukan sahaja dari segi benih, tetapi aplikasi-aplikasi teknologi moden IoT yang akan kita rancang pada masa akan datang. Dan kita boleh melihat, insya-Allah kerjasama ini akan berterusan, bukan sahaja pada hari ini, mungkin di tempat-tempat lain yang mempunyai potensi. Kita boleh bekerjasama contohnya di sini, dan juga mungkin di Sentek yang lain, contohnya di Sentek Mukah dan sebagainya.
He spoke to reporters after attending a paddy test bed demonstration program at the Center for Technology Excellence Sarawak Santax in Santubong earlier today. Previously, Centex successfully developed a smart precision agriculture technology involving rice cultivation, with the flagship project yielding positive results. Its Chief Executive Officer, Dato Syed Muhammad Hussein Wan Abdul Rahman, revealed that the rice cultivation also utilizes drip irrigation systems, a first in Malaysia. He pointed out that the innovative method is expected to reduce water usage by up to 70% and potentially produce up to 10 tons of rice per hectare per season. Sarawak is set to host the biggest pickleball tournament in the country. Slated to take place on the 9 to 12 October, the tournament will be another groundbreaking event held in Sarawak. According to the Minister of Youth, Sports and Entrepreneur Development, Dato Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, around 500 picklers as well as 2,000 visitors are expected to participate in the tournament.
Organized by Kuching Pickleball Association PKA with BE Sarawak as the exclusive strategic advisor, the international tournament provides yet another strategic opportunity to showcase Sarawak's ability to host global sporting events and boost its reputation as a sports tourism destination.
The international tournament is important and relevant for Sarawak to strengthen its destination profile in sports and sports tourism. All eyes are on Sarawak this year as we host Sukma, and therefore the International Pickleball Tournament is another strategic opportunity to show Sarawak's ability to host global sporting events as well as boost our image as a sports tourism destination.
He said this in a press conference held at his office in Baitul Ma'mur on Thursday. Karim, who is also the Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, added by organizing the event, it will also attract new investments in sports facilities and infrastructure. The tournament is open to corporate organizations, public sector, associations, clubs and members of the public, featuring 3 categories of open team category, women's single category and novice category. Registration closes on August 31st, 2024. For more information on the tournament, visit BE Sarawak's Facebook page as shown on screen.
The Sarawak Sharia Justice Department JKSS initiative to bolster the authority of Sharia courts has garnered support from the Sarawak Governor, Tun Pahin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar. Chief Sharia Judge Datu Awang Suhaili Ladi expressed gratitude for his support, which was conveyed by Junaidi during a courtesy visit aimed at discussing the latest developments regarding the Sharia courts.
Sebagai seorang yang berpengalaman dapat memberi beberapa cadangan ke arah pemerkasaan mahkamah syariah dalam konteks perundangan, termasuklah cadangan-cadangan penambahbaikan undang-undang, institusi kehakiman itu sendiri dari segi protokol.
He said this after meeting Tun Dr. Wan Junaidi and his wife Tuan Puan Fauzia Muhammad Sanusi at Astana Negeri Sarawak earlier today. Suhaili added the appointment of Tun Dr. Wan Junaidi as the Sarawak Governor will further advance the agenda of bolstering the position of Islam and Sharia law. During the meeting, he also extended an invitation to Tun Dr. Wan Junaidi and his wife to be esteemed guests at an upcoming training program for Sharia court judges. A total of 30 inmates were released from Puncak Borneo Prison Kuching under the Licensed Prisoner Release OBB program to celebrate the upcoming Hari Raya Aidilfitri celebration. Sarawak Prison Director Deputy Commissioner Taeyun Tiam Im noted the program's positive reception among the public, particularly in helping prisoners secure employment.
Ada setengah-setengah pelepasan diterima oleh keluarga, ada setengah-setengah pelepasan penghuni diterima oleh majikan, ada setengah pelepasan penghuni yang kita buat itu kita letakkan di halfway house, yang mana halfway house ni dikendalikan oleh pihak penjara. Jadi yang bersama keluarga, keluarga akan duduk dengan keluarga dan akan bekerja lah. Dan yang majikan kita akan dapatkan kerja dengan majikan supaya dapat menampung perbelanjaan harian mereka. Dan begitu juga yang di rumah perantaraan ataupun halfway house, yang mana kita akan carikan mereka pekerjaan.
For inmates not released under OBB, it is relatively harder for them to find jobs in comparison. He noted that OBB inmates are released under parole officers' supervision and monitoring to help them reintegrate into society.
Kita kena terimalah, ya. Kita sebagai masyarakat, masyarakat, kita sepatutnya dah lama kita terima. Hukuman bukanlah penghujung ataupun pengakhiran ataupun orang kata penyelesaian masalah. Apa yang kita lihat ialah pemulihan jati diri banduan itu sendiri bila dia keluar untuk mengelakkan pengulangan jenayah. Ya, kalau kita bandingkan yang bebas tanpa pengawasan, pengulangan kadar jenayahnya lebih tinggi daripada yang bebas melalui pengawasan.
For the record, a total of 1,714 licenses have been issued across Sarawak since the program was implemented in 2020. This year, a total of 85 OBB inmates were granted release licenses throughout Sarawak, comprising 27 males and 3 females at Puncak Borneo Prison. Following their release under the OBB program, inmates will continue to get help and guidance from the parole board, encouraging them to stick to the rules until the completion of their prison sentence. Cebu Prison Director Hamad Saman said if there is a violation of regulations, they will be immediately sent back to prison and punished.
Dan kita berharap dengan pembebasan awal daripada tarikh yang sepatutnya ini akan memberi satu keinsafan kepada banduan supaya mereka tidak lagi mengulangi kesalahan-kesalahan yang telah mereka lakukan. Dan kita juga mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada ahli keluarga, majikan yang sanggup bekerjasama dengan pihak Jabatan Penjara bagi memastikan program ini dapat dilaksanakan dengan jaya.
He said this when met by reporters at the PBSL program at Cebu Prison earlier today. In conjunction with this year's Hari Raya Aidilfitri celebration, a total of 18 prisoners at Cebu Prison were released under the Licensed Prisoner Release OBB program. Several criteria were assessed for each of the candidates before they are eligible for the program based on the crimes committed. Included among them are minor offences, excluding any other cases or appeals, and successful completion of Phase 1 of the Human Development Program. Meanwhile, individuals who are foreign nationals involved in serious drug cases, engaged in anti-human trafficking or anti-migrant smuggling activities, or implicated in cases of murder or firearm acts, unfortunately do not qualify for license release. Now, the people are urged to equip themselves with fire intervention skills to combat minor fires that might break out during the festive season. Deputy Sarawak Premier Dato' Amar Dr. Sim Kui Hian said these skills are vital as they enable people to deal with fires themselves before they have to call for emergency help and before things get out of control.
Yes, we are celebrating. We're supposed to come together very happy, but we must also take responsibility for the fire safety. And I want to congratulate the Pengarah of Bomba for every festival in Sarawak. They always launch this campaign because a lot of us has not taken it seriously, and it needs to be taken seriously because fire prevention, to kill the fire before the fire kill you, it means that every one of us must take responsibility. And it's not only when the fire happens, then you say, oh, how come Bomba is late, how come no water, and all those things. Yeah, if someone has taken responsibility, we don't even worry about no water, we don't even worry about Bomba's late. Of course, all those.
He spoke after launching the fire safety campaign in conjunction with the upcoming Hari Raya Aidilfitri celebration organised by the state's Fire and Rescue Department or Bomba earlier today. Sim commended the efforts by Bomba for organising such event that empowers the public not only for each individual's benefit but the community as a whole. Also present at the event were the Director of Bomba Sarawak, Datuk Khairuddin Rahman, and his right man, Tiong Ling Hee.
Hello there and welcome back. Now, Indonesian President-elect and Defence Minister Prabowo Subianto earlier today paid a visit to Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim. Anwar said that his meeting with Prabowo today discussed, among others, the next step to be taken to strengthen Malaysia-Indonesia ties. He added he and Prabowo also took the opportunity to share their experiences and exchange views on their political journeys.
Anwar, in a Facebook post, congratulated Prabowo, who is set to be inaugurated as the 8th president of Indonesia. He also expressed hope that the friendship between the two neighboring countries would continue to be strong and strengthened for mutual benefit. Anwar said the meeting was part of Prabowo's itinerary during his special one-day visit to Malaysia. Prabowo, who was announced as the official winner of the Indonesian presidential election for the 2024 to 2029 term on March 20th, arrived in the country on Wednesday. During the short visit, Prabowo also attended a closed meeting with Defence Minister Datuk Seri Muhammad Khalid Nordin.
The Ministry of Communications is looking into enacting a music act to ensure that the field of art has its own act to safeguard the welfare of musicians. Communications Minister Fahmi Fadzil said since singers made up most of the content providers in broadcasting involving the medium of radio and television, there is a need to examine the relevant act to ensure the sustainability of the industry.
Di sini saya nampak ada beberapa perkara asas yang perlu diperkukuh. Pertama, aspek literasi ataupun pemahaman perundangan. Ramai artis-artis baru bila mereka menandatangani kontrak, ramai yang tidak faham apakah kontrak, maksud kontrak itu. Bila saya bercakap contohnya dengan penyanyi Kakak Azraf, kesan daripada beliau dibuang daripada label cukup besar, termasuk lagu-lagu yang pernah beliau nyanyikan, dan kesannya juga kepada perkara seperti royalty dan sebagainya. Jadi saya lihat sekiranya kita ada akta tersendiri untuk para pemuzik, setidak-tidaknya aspek ini boleh kita ketengahkan dan ia akan menjadi lebih sustainable ataupun mampan.
He was speaking to reporters after visiting veteran singer Zaitun Sameon at the FINAS 2024 Madani Art Visit program earlier today. Fahmi said the ministry had started an engagement session with My Creative Ventures as the lead agency to get suggestions on the drafting of the Act. Besides, a program committee had also been formed to speed up the study process. Commenting on the distribution of royalties to musicians, Fahmi said his ministry had held a series of meetings with stakeholders, and one of the measures taken was to ensure that every ministry that benefits from local works made royalty payments to the musicians involved. Among the steps taken is to make sure that the ministry makes royalty payments to any local artists for songs or works that are used in any campaign or for certain events. According to Fahmi, the ministry has collected the amount to be paid to those involved from all television and radio channels last year.
With the theme of global benevolence and compassion as its foundation, the World Quran Hour 2024 in Miri aims to foster a compassionate society and glean wisdom from the teachings enshrined within the Quran. Muhammad Anwar Adnan, the coordinator for the event in Miri, said the primary goal of the initiative is to foster the practice of Quranic recitation among the local populace.
Pada pagi ini, sempena program World Quran Hour, terdapat 200 peserta yang telah menyertai kami dengan surah pilihan pada tahun ini iaitu surah Al-Jumu'ah, dan kami berharap dengan adanya surah ini dapat membina kesatuan dan transformasi sosial ummah yang kuat dan jitu.
He said this during the World Quran Hour 2024 program at the Darul Ihsan Mosque in Piasau Jaya, Miri. Anwar added that this program is also hoped to serve as a platform for spreading Islamic teachings, especially to the younger generation. During the program, Quranic recitations and the reading of Surah Al-Jumu'ah were led by Ustaz Muhammad Syami Huzaini and 20 students from Ma'ahad Tafiz An-Naim Lutong. The World Quran Hour 2024 program in Miri is a collaborative effort by the Miri State Library, the Miri District Education Office, and the Darul Ihsan Mosque in Piasau Jaya, Miri. Each year, Malaysians eagerly await the unveiling of Petronas's Raya film, a tradition deeply embedded in the cultural tapestry. And as anticipated, this year heralds the release of another enchanting Raya film from Petronas, poised to captivate audiences globally. Termed Salam Dari Hati, it promises to evoke deep emotions and resonate profoundly with viewers. Siti Azlina Abdul Latif, Senior Manager of Petronas Group Strategy and Communications, highlights the distinctive essence of this year's Raya film, emphasizing its profound portrayal of the timeless tradition of exchanging heartfelt greetings.
Istimewa Hari Raya tahun ini, Petronas berbesar hati mempersembahkan sebuah filem raya yang bertajuk Salam Dari Hati. So filem ni menyentuh yang menyentuh hati ni telah diarahkan oleh Rewan Ishak, seorang pengarah yang tidak asing lagi di arena perfilman tempatan. So berlatar belakangkan keindahan Terengganu. Filem ini memaparkan amalan bersalaman yang menjadi kelaziman di pagi raya. So basically dia macam merungkai kepelbagaian culture lah, ya. Salam tu tak semestinya bermaafan, tapi salam tu juga mengeratkan lagi persahabatan.
She said this during a media conference after the iftar and exclusive preview of Petronas's Raya film with the media in Kuala Lumpur. The Raya film, Salam Dari Hati, can be found on Petronas's official YouTube account and all digital platforms.
Since winning the elections, Turkey's pro-Kurdish party has reinstated a mayoral election winner in the eastern city of Van after a candidate from the People's Equality and Democracy (DEM) party, Abdullah Zaidan, garnered more than 55% of the vote in a local election held recently. Ekrem İmamoğlu, the mayor of Istanbul, showed gratitude towards the Provincial Election Board for electing Zaidan when the Regional Electoral Commission claimed he was not eligible to stand due to previous conviction. Prior to the intervention, the position was almost handed over to a candidate from President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's ruling Justice and Development Party AKP, who only managed to receive 27% votes.
Van'da yaşayan tam bir garabet. Tam bir garabet. Şimdi bütün bu hususları hassas ve titiz bir şekilde takip ediyorum. Ve bu konuda demokrasiden, haktan, hukuktan ve adaletten yana olmaktan bu kardeşiniz asla vazgeçmeyecek, onu söyleyeyim. Asla vazgeçmeyecek.
In 2016, Zaidan was arrested for criticizing the Turkish army's air campaign against outlawed Kurdish militants in the Kurdish majority southeast and was later released in 2022. Violent protests against his ouster lasted through the night in the Van province, which lies on Turkey's eastern border with Iran. In order to prevent an innocent man from being punished again, Ekrem swore that he will be the voice for those who were too afraid to speak out for justice due to fears for their own safety.
haksızlığa karşı durmayan, haksızlığı görüp de susan dilsiz şeytan olur. Bunu asla unutmayın. Sevgili dostlar, bana yapılınca haksızlık, başkasına yapılınca uzaktan seyretmek bu memleketin hiçbir insanla yakışmaz, hiçbir insanla.
Istanbul's re-elected mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu, seen as a likely presidential candidate in the 2028 election, had called what happened in Van a total aberration before the election board's decision to reinstate Zeydan. Switzerland is set to hold a vote on measures designed to limit immigration to stop the population hitting 10 million before 2050 after enough signatures were deposited Wednesday. Under Switzerland's direct democracy system, citizens can trigger popular votes by collecting 100,000 valid signatures within 18 months. The hard-right Swiss People's Party, SVP, submitted 114,600 signatures to the Federal Chancellery in Bern on Wednesday, collected in half the time. The SVP, which is the biggest party in the wealthy Alpine nation, said mass immigration continues its frantic course with devastating consequences for the small country. Once petition signatures are verified, it generally takes months or even years before a vote takes place. The permanent population at the end of 2022 was 8.82 million, up from 8.54 million at the end of 2018. Foreigners make up a quarter of the population. Sailor Moon, a renowned girl-oriented manga, is preparing for the grand reopening of its exclusive Sailor Moon store located in Japan's renowned Harajuku shopping district. To mark its comeback, the store is debuting a fresh logo and appearance, along with a new array of commemorative items for its devoted fans. The X-Post also emphasizes merchandises that manga enthusiasts will delight in, including tote bags showcasing all 5 Sailor Scouts, necklaces featuring Usagi's iconic transformation pen and magic wand. Moreover, the store regional section of the collection encompasses Sailor Moon-themed coffee mugs, bracelets, keychains, and hairpins. Since its manga debut in December 1991, Sailor Moon has evolved into one of the most iconic anime franchises globally, amassing a huge international fan base. Now, over 3 decades later, the franchise has undergone multiple anime adaptations. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Handy Gui. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.